Hello friends and welcome back. Today I'm checking out Weed Wacker, doing a nice unboxing on this. I'm going to be testing it out on some weeds and grass and whatnot. So this one looks pretty cool here. All right, so it comes with a bunch of different features actually. So little blades here, it has a guard here so you can't go that far. The handle can be extended. Wow, it's pretty good, and it's wherever you want it to go, and then just about almost 2 feet there on that. This can be rotated 90 degrees, and that way if you want to weed eat or edge while you're doing it, it just rotates that. And also the head here can rotate this way up and down, so just depending on your convenience or whatever, if you want it straight, and then you can turn it sideways with this to weed eat. Just a lot of adjustments that can be made there. That is kind of sweet. And then we have our blade system there. All right, here we have our guard, our grass guard, along with it's got wheels here that can roll along if you're doing your edging, which is really handy. You can just, that'll go right on the weed eater there. I'm going to be installing that. Glasses, very important to wear safety goggles while you're doing your edging and weed eating. Comes the battery charger here, and light indicator, red when it's charging, green when it's 100%. This comes with two 4,000 mega amp hours, 21 volt batteries. That's pretty sweet. That's some decent power there. And it comes with two of these. It's nice, feels pretty heavy duty there. Okay, we have a handle. This is going to go onto our device there, allowing it to hold it instead of with just one hand. So what's cool about this is you could put a saw blade on there too and use it like a little extendable like trimmer or whatever. So we got two saw blades this comes with for cutting, trimming like wood and stuff. And then we have this bag here. So just an assortment of like nylon blades and things like that. And we have, it comes with a screwdriver and also another like ratchet tool, or not ratcheting, but a bolt remover there. So all kinds of blades there. Add on, that's pretty sweet. And then this one also comes with a kind of a neat feature that I've never seen before, which is these like little skis that go on the each side of the blade. So you can attach that there and just kind of push it along the ground, and that way it just maintains the height, and these are adjustable too. So kind of an interesting feature there. I've never seen that before on a weed eater, and I'm going to give that a shot here too. Be trying out all these different features. They have a little bag with some screws in there so we can get everything all set up here. So finally we have our instructions. That's pretty cool. So that's what it's going to look like when we get it all set up. And nice detailed instructions in here on how to install everything. So pretty excited to try this out, guys. Seems like a nice little device. I mean, yeah, it's like cutting through like a tree here with this thing. So that's pretty sweet. All right, let's show you how to install these items on here, and let's go out in the yard and try this thing out. Hey friends, so here we go. Just going to show you how to add this guard on here. It's fairly simple. This goes on from the back, and this is just going to snap on there. You'll hear that little snap noise. And then if we can see, there's two holes that line up right here and here. And those are ones we're just going to put our screws in. So you hear a little snap. And then we gave us this nice little screwdriver. This is really nice, actually.
the tools that they gave us with this are pretty sweet. Actually, just going to take this off real quick because it's a little bit in the way. And this is how you switch out the blades and stuff too. That just comes right off there like that. And then we can attach our guard right here. So I like to just get the screw started a little bit. And we'll get that other one in. Some pretty nice little tools here. Get that one in also. That's going to keep our guard nicely in place. Keep us from getting a bunch of grass and stuff on us. And also it has this nice little guide wheel, so we're edging and stuff like that. Okay, so now we can put on, just come with some extra screws here and a lug nut for that one too. So pretty nice tools here, actually. I like that one a lot. I've never seen one like that, but I really like that one. Okay, next we're going to put the handle on right here. So this is really easy to put on. Just unscrews this. That comes out. And then you want to just open it up a little bit around there. Just like that. It'll snap into place. Then your handle goes on here. Wherever you want to line it up. And then you have a nut on one side. So we can do it either side, it doesn't matter. Push this through, make sure it's lined up with the holes in there, and then we just screw it in there. And then this can be adjusted to where you want it to fit. I like it canted back just a bit, and then you can tighten it up into place right like that. And this can be loosened up if you want a different length away from you. So there's that. All right, switching out blades is super easy. Each blade has a different use. We have these nylon ones here for generally for just like grass and stuff. Then it comes with two of these metal ones. These are for like grass and like twigs and things like that. And then we have these other blades that go on here. And this is also for grass, but they're nice and sharp. You just want to make sure you don't hit like rocks and concrete and things. You don't want to try to edge with these because they'll break off. Also, we do have this, and we'll attach that too. So I'll be demonstrating each one of these. So right now I'm just going to use this one. And this just goes on there right on the bottom like this. Oops. This goes on there first. Thought that fell off. And then this part goes right on there like this. Just like that. This goes on over that. And then this one goes right on like that. And then you just tighten it on with this. Doesn't have to be super tight. Okay, so let's go test this one out right now. We have this little blade guard here that we can put out, and that way when this doesn't, it'll only reach to that extent right there. So let's go do some cutting, shall we, with this blade, and then I'll do just demonstrate each blade and how well it performs here. Okay, so we can demonstrate this one here. Well, it performed rather nicely. Had a nice little bald patch in the grass right there. Actually get a little bit closer up here and see how that's performing here. Some tall grass here. I could put this blade up if we don't need that there. All right, let's switch out the blades and we'll try to trim some bushes here too. All right, I actually want to add these guides on there real quick. So for these, just unscrew these a little bit if we need to. And put our guide right into that. Just unscrew it. And this can be adjusted to whatever height you want it. All right, so we'll just put it at, say, that height right there. 3 lines up, and then we can just screw this in and tighten it up. That'll keep it right there, should be. Not going anywhere. And the same thing with this side over here. Just unscrew this. Put this in there up to the 3rd line. 1, 2, 3 on the lines. And then tighten this down. This is just going to maintain a certain height on the grass cutting that you do. So we can just show this real quick. Actually kind of like that idea. It makes it pretty easy. Just basically I can just do it one-handed. So the skids are pretty nice. Let's switch out the blade and we'll do the nylon blade. And once again, switching out is super easy. Just gonna unscrew this real quick. That comes off there just like that. Put on our other blade. Put that down on there. The washer, and then screw this on. Tighten it up with this. And there we go. All right, so with this one, it's going to be quite similar as far as what we're going to be able to cut with this. I do have the longer bushes back there, so I'm just going to go at it with this. All right, that pretty much just eats right through the grass too. I'm going to do some bush trimming, so I'm going to use my little metal blade next. Okay, so we'll just unscrew this one real quick. Pop that off. Okay, and next we have our metal blade here. Want to make sure it says these arrows rotating this direction, so you don't want the blade like this. You want it actually like this. If it's going to rotate this way, you want the blade that direction. So we're going to push it upwards. Leave. Put that on there. And then just simply put our nut right back there on top. And then just tighten that down. Simple as you please. There we are. Just confirm that's spinning the correct direction there. And this can also cut grass. It's going to cut grass, but we're also going to use it for bushes real quick. Okay, so for this bush, it's got a lot of stragglers on top here. And well, that actually works surprisingly well. I honestly didn't think it was going to perform that well, and it's just really just making short work of this bush here. Okay, that's actually quite impressive. I'm going to switch. You'll just see the difference between the bushes there already. Just a few seconds. One actually works really well. I'm going to try out the final blade now. All right, as with the other ones, just unscrew this real quick. Super easy. I'm actually really impressed with this. I was a little skeptical at first. See, it rotates this way. It says this end up, so just like that. Goes on there really nice. And we got, this is for like larger pieces of wood and stuff. So I actually have a cherry tree that needs some pruning. You could also use this on that bush there, I believe. Tighten that on there. Let's go to work, my friends. All right, so we can literally just use this for pruning and stuff. Just branches right here. See if that's spinning in the right direction there. I don't know what the RPMs on this are, but it's pretty fast here. And oops. Is that going the wrong? I think I was going the wrong direction. Hang on. It's going. Yeah, it's going that way. So it's going this way. It needs to be going the opposite direction. So 1 second, I put the blade on wrong. Okay, so it actually said this side up. That threw me off a little bit. I was wondering if it's taking a little while longer than I thought it would take to cut through that. But now it should be like butter going through here, actually. Oh my goodness. So that was literally like a second there to cut through that. Here we have like a little bit. We have this broken off one right up here. Let me go ahead and get that one real quick. Thing actually just cuts the branches off almost instantly. Let's see if I can get a bigger one here. All right, this branch right here is pretty good sized. I'm gonna try to get it from the other side so you guys can see. Okay, got mostly through it on that side. And then I just come through on this side. For this, I'm just going to shorten the handle a little bit. Give you a little bit more leverage on there. So now I only have it's about a couple feet long here. Look at that. Like nothing to it. That's crazy. And now that I got this big branch here, I can just cut it up into smaller pieces. Watch out for a little bit of pushback there. Look at that. It's like no problem to cut through these. Okay, well, as you can see, it makes short work of wood also. That's everything about this is just, you get some tools and you expect it'll do like one thing okay. But this one is just kind of just handling everything. So it's pretty impressive. I got actually a trimmer cord I want to put on here and try that out. So we'll do that final thing here. So I'm going to put on some trimmer line here. And it doesn't really say how to do this, but it showed it in the instructions. You take these off. Don't have an Allen key handy for those. And then it had the string coming out underneath there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my bit of string here, my trimmer line, just kind of make a circle there around that and pull that tight. And then I'm just going to screw this down on top of that loop underneath there. See how that works for me. All right. Now, one thing I do want to do is if you're doing this, you want to make sure that your string doesn't hit your blade guard. So just take some scissors or I got some things here. You want to clip it so it doesn't hit your guard there. And same thing with this one. We're just going to clip that off. Or I'm going to trim my, I'm going to edge my grass here with this. All right, here we go. Well, I can't really complain. That does a pretty good job of actually doing that. Little new to the edging thing with this one, so it just takes a little bit of learning curve. You learn how to use it. Let's go on to the final thoughts on this. All right, I just had to tackle this large pile of grass here real quick. Yeah, here's the Ryobi 40 volt trimmer. And got a battery. All right. Basically similar as far as the cutting power. Even though this one was a Ryobi 40 volt, and And this thing is, well, I'm just going to go on the final review, my friends. Okay, guys, so final thoughts on this thing. It's super versatile. I didn't show you the little safety mechanism here. It has a button here. You hold that down, and then you can pull down the trigger. It shows you, it indicates how much battery life you have left right on the handle, so that's really nice. 95% after I did all that stuff. This collapses, so to about easier to store, it collapses probably, it's almost 2 feet there. So that's pretty nice range. So for all different heights of people can use this. Little blade guard on there. This rotating over to allow you to cut branches or trim your bushes or do the edging like you saw. I might just add a little bit of oil to that so it rolls a little bit better. This button here, just push that, and this can rotate to a lot of different angles here, so that's super handy as well. Has decent power. It's surprisingly good. It's super lightweight. This thing weighs almost nothing, probably a couple, maybe 4 pounds. It's very light. The battery is easy to put on and off the charger. 4,000 megaamp hours is super nice. I think the Ryobi 40 volts, the standard is like 2.6, so a lot of juice for this thing. Surprisingly, it cuts really well, and as you saw with the video, everything it was doing on there was super well done. You can adjust the handle with this, just loosen it up. You can slide it up and down wherever you want it on there also. So everything's really customizable, so you can be comfortable. You can almost just do this thing with one hand. Put the little gliders on there. You can just do it with one hand. It's ergonomic. I wasn't feeling like a strain holding the trigger down or anything like that. Just a very handy device. It basically replaces my saw, my hedge trimmer. I mean, this thing was cutting faster than my hedge trimmer on the bushes. That was the part that was really impressive for me, was just how well it was doing on the bushes there. So really easy to just go over it with this. It wasn't, the guard works really nice. It wasn't throwing grass and stuff back in my face. Just all around a really impressive little tool. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.